Y'all know I don't stretch. So if everybody asking why 84 ain't stretching, y'all know I don't stretch. Anybody pay attention to Viking football, 84 don't stretch on game day. I come back. I came out the womb, I was ready. Tell them, mama, you know I was ready. That's why you have it.
This is Jordan Ryan, buddies, the good, the bad, and the uglies. Breaking out the huddle with Adam Thielen, Hustle, DK, Metcalf, muscle strong. No more goal line fumble, rumbling in the jungle, rumble, young boy, rumble. Fuck being humble. I'm on top of the game, that's just my game, that's second to play. All God protecting my name, talking to Sims to play in the game. No pain, no gain, no pain, no gain, no pain, no gain. Well, I train the brain to strain the pain till I'm in the Hall of Fame. Won't stop till I'm in the Hall of Fame. Oh, got some money in my pockets, man. I ain't talking pocket change. You could keep the fucking change.
Is a disgusting act. Is a disgusting act. Is a disgusting.
Bit up on the route, and Randy Moss, without even really being able to run, as he shoots the moon to the fans here in Green Bay.
Is a disgusting act. Is a and it's unfortunate.
So we're going right now. That looks good.
You rolling? Yeah, looks good to me.
Yes, good. Yeah, good, excellent.
Back in the saddle again.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, viewers and listeners. My little minions.
So what the hell you been up to?
Oh my god.
Yeah, take that thing out if that fucker's gonna knock all over.
God, dude, why do we always have bloopers? We always have great bloopers here.
Yeah, it's always the start. We think we're ready, we're not ready. It is what it is. It helps though. It helps.
We're going ready. We just got weird things going on around here always. Speaking of weird, dude, and I was waiting to tell you this, and I'm gonna speak it out now just because it actually it makes sense right now. When I was on my way here, I was just thinking about, you know, like our softball coming up and and whatever, and we got a missing link kind of in our team now because Riley's gone or whatever, and it was a weird thing because I was at a Tupac song, and I remember this after I saw it, but anyways, I saw a fucking eagle on the side of the road, and it got up and flew and caught when I was like, God damn, and the song Keep Your Head Up was on by Tupac.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, dude. So I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't know. I feel like these birds, like every time I've been thinking about Riley lately, like I've been seeing a fucking eagle.
Oh yeah.
Like I went to his mom's, I don't know, probably about a month ago or so or whatever, I don't know. And right before I got into Granite Falls, I saw a fucking eagle right in there. I was like, wow, what the fuck?
It's floating.
And then all of a sudden I was thinking like, but damn, I kept driving, right? I was like, damn, dude, fucking, I got another dude that I hadn't really thought of in a long time, but he was also a really good buddy of ours, Zach Pistolka, who died or whatever, you know, way back in the day. And literally, dude, I remember when me and Zach were together, he hit a deer like at the intersection down on 2, and it was on the curves there. There was a deer, and I remember sitting in the passenger seat, and I was like, deer, whoa, boom, he nailed it. Like, he didn't even, whatever. And literally, fucking Jordan, when I was going around them curves, a fucking another eagle fucking flew over. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah,
And it was a trip. I was just like, you know, I think this, I don't know, it's just kind of, that's where I've been real, like, fucking, you know, about life lately.
And it's good that you go that way, so it makes this next part even easier for me. So I've kind of taken on this new, in a way trying to, it's still not where I want it to be, but starting this new way of life, like putting myself in uncomfortable situations, doing the things that, you know, I preach to all the kids that I coach and some of the kids at the school, like you need to do things that are uncomfortable, that people are asking you to do, that you don't want to do. Sometimes you have to do that, and I have to follow my own words there, and like that's why like I've applied for school at SMSU for the Parrot to Sped teacher program that they have. So that's exciting. Hopefully that all works out.
What is that? I don't even really know what that means.
So it takes some of like it gives me some like para credit almost, I think is why they do it. Okay. It's a little bit shorter program. It's still probably going to take me roughly like 3 years or so.
Okay, yeah.
Unless maybe there's a way that I can grind it out, get it done in 2. But some of it will be student teaching. Hopefully, at some point I can teach on a variance, which means I teach underneath somebody, but I'm getting paid as a teacher. I'm actually teaching or whatever. So that would be super ideal wherever. Yeah, it's all about changing that mindset. That's kind of the new thing, trying to live a little bit healthier. I've hit 10,000 steps every single day this week, and that's the goal. I have to do that. Nice. When I come home, I need to do the dishes. This was a battle that's been going on for 2 days, because I'm you need to do stuff you don't want to do. When you come home, don't sit down and just watch TV, because that's easy. We're wasting that time. Yes, we're tired, but you're always going to be tired. So fight through that, because those guys who are on top, those guys who are making the money, or whatever, living successful lives, they're not just coming home flipping on the TV. They're going out, they're being active, or maybe now they've worked to that point, but if you listen to anybody, that's what they say, it's all the time. You're working all the time.
Just that grind.
Steve Harvey has that thing where he says, there ain't no time, you can't be sleeping no 8 hours in a day. Wall Street's already rolling at 4 o'clock in the morning. You can't be asleep.
Right, if
you've been asleep 3 hours. And
if you're over on the West Coast, right, and this just starts in New York, you're way behind, right? He's right, and you're behind, and that's a good mindset to have.
And you can't be behind. So I'm trying to change that mindset. I'm tired of, in a way, at some point I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to conquer that massive fear that I have. I'm going to do it, win, lose, or draw. If we go down, well, whoops.
Well, then don't have them thoughts. So that's another thing. Is I'm big on that mindset. I hope you're putting in play, hyping yourself up as well. You know what? Goddamn right. I fucking did well at these dishes today. I didn't want to do them, but guess what? I did them. Give yourself that fucking gratitude, because you know what I mean. How easy is it gonna be all of a sudden sitting here after all of a sudden you sit on the couch and you're God, I should have done them fucking dishes. Now I'm fucking lazy, and then all of a sudden all these thoughts come into play, these fucking negative fucking things, and it's dude, all of a sudden the things you all of a sudden are doing every day, it sounds like you are, all of a sudden becomes it makes you feel good because you're accomplishing things and you don't even I don't know.
Working out now just seems like part of my daily routine. If I didn't do it, I feel lost. And I've said it does create a calm for me. When I work out, all of that that masculine whatever energy, all of that it goes away, and it allows me to deal with problems and all of that stuff, not being all those guys want to be, and I can't.
But I can relate to that really though, because it really clears your head, right? Is that what you're saying?
Running, whatever, kicking your own ass. It's finding yourself is what I say. Why I'm so big on all of that conditioning and running, because it sucks.
Fuck yeah, it does.
But David Goggins says, there's gonna be points in life where you feel you can't go anymore, but you can go. You can keep going. It's amazing what you're actually capable of. And I'm trying to teach that to people now at an early age, so you can kind of instill that in your head this.
Well, and guess what the best way to do that is?
I got to do it, and it starts with that.
You got to lead by example.
Yep.
Because putting in that work.
Yep, and it might not. Part of me in the morning, every morning I see some kids doing things that I don't agree with, but I'm I'm always correcting. I'm always doing whatever. So in the morning when I'm working out, it's now it's your time to see kind of what I'm doing. If you want to nitpick me, go ahead, because I'm sure there's some lifts I don't do right. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying, but I'm getting stronger following that app, and I'm very, dedicated. I'm not done in 2 minutes.
Right.
A lot of these kids want to be, Hercules, and they want to get all their lifts done in 20 minutes and get out of there.
Right.
And it's well, doing this, you didn't do anything. Your muscles weren't under any tension.
Right.
You can do it that fast, but you didn't do anything.
Right. And that's another example, man. All of a sudden, so it's tough to teach the want and drive to want to do it. So what I'm here to do is these guys, they're trying to spend little time doing it, right? And then, but you want to show them that the time fucking works, like boom, boom, boom. But so it's like trying to convince. So now it's kind of convinced to make it worth their time.
And I mean, imagine yourself at 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. They said, put yourself in the mind of a young man. And I do like, that's why I said, like, even with that deal today, it's like, yeah, you know, maybe that was, you know, because Dan Rouser has told me, you know, you can't account for in high school sports or with high school kids, you know, when you're the coach, you can't account for what's going on at home, what's going on with mom, dad, what's going on with girlfriend, maybe their car broke down this morning, you know, something. Maybe they got in trouble at school. He's like, you can't account for all of that stuff. Like, you never know. You know, maybe they're just dealing with whatever. Like, you can't, at that time, kids are very...
That's a smart way to approach it as a coach, because you can't, dude. You can't. You can only judge the time that's being put in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing. You have a control of their life. If they're not controlled, but that's the only impression of their life that you're putting in.
Yep, and the only time that I see them too, when they leave the school, they can go and they go and do who they really are, and that's all well and good, and that's part of what I say with my coaching philosophy is, no, I don't ultimately at the end. I mean, I do care about wins and losses. I want to win more than we lose, but when you guys leave my program, I hope that you are a better human being. Like, it wasn't the wins and losses, but if you find a way to go on and strive and do good things and be a good person and eventually go on and hit all your goals, whatever they are.
But you know what? You can't control that neither. Just because somebody's a good athlete doesn't necessarily mean that they're a good human being.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I want. That's something that I want to create within my program. I want that type of thing. Like, yes, I want us to play hard, and I think wins come with that. I think wins come with working hard, doing the right thing, people buying in, coming together as a whole, and creating that fun atmosphere.
Right.
And then they'll work for you. Then they'll do
what happens when you have the absolute stud kid that is actually maybe fucking right, like making your team ride his coattails to the fucking promised land, and you can't tell him nothing because...
No, and when they know, like, and those kids are different, though. Like that conversation... it comes in. It'll rattle into something else, right. But forget that because I'll roll into it with the next thing.
That's fine. But those kids don't really. Those are like few and far between. There's kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you know those guys are gonna work extremely hard all the time for you.
But not, yeah.
You know, most of the time, those are the kids that you're not really worried about working hard. You know, they're gonna do the right thing. They got high integrity. They're gonna go out there and do what they need to do.
Yeah, I've been getting back into the gym myself lately. I've been having that COVID issue with that weight, you know, that food's been looking really good. So I've been back in it. And you know what's funny? I've been using like my sister as a little motivation, because she's like, oh yeah, prove it, like, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm starting to go to the gym. She's like, I don't believe it unless I see pictures. Yeah, and I was like, so every time I've been going, I was like, well, starting off, I'm just going 3 days a week for sure. And like, I think that's a good start. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, whatever. And every day, just boom at the gym. Yep. And she, you know, she's hyping me up too. So it's like a good thing. It's almost like, so that's my goal. It's like I can't not go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because then who knows? You know, it's like she probably might not give me shit, and she might.
Oh yeah,
I know her. I know Leslie, and she might give me shit, which is fine, which I might need. But you know what I'm saying. But it's a good thing to keep in the back of my thing was that little bit of you know. Yep. You know, I don't know. Don't want to let someone down, you know. But it's like, even though you probably wouldn't, but it's just more of a contract I make with myself. Yep. Which is nice.
And whatever like you find that like motivates you. Like I was listening to that thing today. Like when you work out, when you play, you know, an active sport or whatever, when you're trying to think of something to lift the weight, like think of all of those struggles you've went through and use that as your motivation. Is how you never want to go back. You never want to go back. You remember the way things used to be and where you're going, and use those things to motivate you. I try
to say that at my job a lot.
Yep.
You know, the people that I work with, but You know, it's hard to fucking channel. I mean, it's easy to say that and hard to do sometimes, you know, but it's doable.
Oh, 100%.
To channel those things, because sometimes those things suck to think about, but it's like those are the things that'll keep you. Yep. You know, but a lot of people don't want to think about that shit.
Yeah, no,
you know,
like
they're
this.
just trying to live the life now because, you know, it sucked.
Yep.
So,
it's not. It isn't easy. Like I was telling you just a little while ago, like during wrestling season, getting up that early in the morning, like every single day. I mean, being held accountable, being a part of a team, constantly knowing like somebody needs you. This isn't even for me. Me getting in there in the morning, like it's not for me, but it's like being that statue that's saying like, hey, I'm always here. You should always be here. It's like, you know, it's a thing, you know, that statue that's always in that room. You gotta be there, and it just is, you know. Like I said,
grinds your gears.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't like grind my gears, but it. Well, like today, yeah. But when you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh God, you know, oh, I don't want to go today. I don't want to go today. I can't run again. I can't get on that treadmill. I can't lift another weight. I don't want to. But it's like, yep. Once you get there and you get going, it's like, well, that was nothing. What the hell?
And that's honestly, it's crazy how that feeling actually comes. It's like, fuck, I didn't want to go. I don't want to be like, God. And then all of a sudden, you're about halfway through, you're fucking, you know, feeling good, feeling loose, and it's like, God. But it's like, I would say what grinds your gears is probably like seeing people that don't put in that, you know. But you can't control that either. You can't get mad.
Yep. Well. And like I said, I gotta hit this because it's something that I've been, this relationship part, these things that I've been talking about. So as you know, my something that we haven't dabbled in yet, but I know that if we get people who know anything about this, my dating past has been something. It hasn't been a story for me to write home about, but I always seem to be writing about it. But so lately I've tuned into this podcast and they've really kind of changed my mind in the way that relationships are changing in modern day. So here's kind of what I'm going to say. Traditional women no longer exist. Like there are certain things that males, we're held to a standard. In a relationships, we're there to provide security, money, all of that stuff, the protection, all of that. As a man, that is something that we have that a woman is chasing from us, correct? Like they have these standards and things that we must do because I don't necessarily know that most men. Okay, I'm really going here because I'm super excited about it. So let's stay on that. Okay. So, men in relationships, women tell us we have to be a certain height, we have to make a certain amount of money. We have to do this. If we don't do that, see you later. There's nothing for us. But now, for us, it's not
that complicated.
No, it's not that complicated.
I feel
you know, we're pretty simple beings. Like we're here. We're not running. Like if I'm with you, I'm with you. Like I'm here to ride or die with you. Like there's a lot of things that like current day, like females now want to run around, they want to be on Instagram, they want to do all this stuff, and they're all like in committed relationships or whatever else. You can't be doing that.
Why?
Because that, and I guess that's all a part of whatever relationships you're in. But like if you're dating me, I don't need that. I don't need that going out. I don't need other dudes seeing that because I trust other dudes. Don't put yourself in that position with other dudes, right?
It's not really it's I see it and like I know what you're saying, but it's today's society and that's the excuse I will use for this because it's what else, dude, everything we do has fucking pictures, fucking whatever. Everybody's like that's not out of the norm now. So like yes, you're right, traditional women do not exist, but it's not uncommon for that to be.
But they're still looking for that traditional man. That's the problem here. They're still expecting us to treat them the same way. Men do not want to buy depreciating assets. We don't want to buy a car that's got 1 million miles on it already. And a lot But again, like this is where it gets hard because sex is different for men and women. It is much different. like I was telling you earlier, men are sometimes wild animals. It's almost like an instinct. I mean, why do they? Again, I hate doing this, but why do they put bulls out in a yard full of other heifer calves to run around and do his thing? It's something that is part of like as human male nature. Okay, 90% of us are built that way. That's something ticks. Don't know why.
Well, we can get into that. That's a whole nother topic. But why are they even penned up, and why are we putting one male in there? That's another topic of discussion. We don't need to get into. But yes, men are built to fuck.
Yep. So that's like
that's what
that's
what he's there for.
A male's body count.
That's what that bull is there for.
A male's body count is different than a female's body count.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Well, and yes, I do. And I see the argument where women can come in and say, why should it, motherfucker? Why should I not have to care? Why should I not have to care how many chicks you have slept with? And I just have to worry about this one, right? That's the argument. That's the argument that can be said. Why do I have to worry about how many people I've been with? Why do I have to hope that the one motherfucker I meet is the one? When you or AKA we got to fucking go figure it out and see which one is worth it.
Yeah, like and that's what I'm saying. Like women always have females will never understand what like true loneliness is. Because so now in a relationship there's always another dude. There's always another dude. There's always going to be another dude. There's always somebody lined up waiting for you to fail. And for a dude, when you break up, I mean, yes, there are those few exceptions to the rules. But guys usually have nothing. When they break up, like there's nothing. It's going back to the homeboys, going back to the lab. Got to figure it out again. Girls, it's on to the next thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're keeping their options open, and that's what I'm saying with the Instagram thing. They're keeping those options open. They need that attention. Attention to women is like sex for men. It's the same thing.
That's an interesting take.
It's wild, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate if anybody listens to it.
Because you know what, I'm always devil's advocate or whatever advocate. Because guess what? I see where you're coming from, and I see that because yes, the people that are posting things a lot.
Yep.
They do enjoy that attention. You know what I mean? But it's also a safe place to get it too, I think. Yeah. If that makes sense. And that's without having to go fuck someone to get attention. You know? Yeah. So yes, I get what you're saying, because I feel it's kind of true too.
It's something that like, because now like, but in holding women to a standard is not okay anymore. Now that's not a thing. Like now we're the insecure ones. Saying, hey, I don't want you to post those things is us being insecure. No, like I'm saying, like there are certain standards and values that I have. I don't want you to do that. That has nothing with insecurities to myself. I don't care, but I do trust that other men will be other men. And like, what do you need that for? What validation do you need from the general public? Like, that's what I'm saying I want in a woman more so. And I think most men would say the same thing. That is what they want. We don't want these, for the most part, independent women who make way more money than we do, who make us feel down here.
Wow. As long as these people, you can't tell me there's not stay-at-home dads that aren't cool with it.
There is,
but what you're saying is that this man is still providing something so it's not money now.
Yep.
It's not money, and so it's not security because now she's paying for your house, but you're probably providing some good sex more than likely. You're a good personality. So, like, you're providing something. You're providing enough attention for this woman, right? So you can't, but for the most part, probably not. Yeah. Most men are not comfortable with that. Why is that, though? If I'm dragging you off, I'll ask that next. For what?
Why would we be?
Why would we not want
our women to post those things?
Or to be, like, independent and be able to provide for us? Why the fuck can't I? Why can't I be provided? Why can't I You know what I mean?
Because that's not how most men are built. We're not built that way to like just be taken care of. Like most men, I can't say the same that I want like a submissive woman in my life because I've never chased that. Sydney, Emily, and Miranda were nothing like that. They were very what you would call strong, independent women, but it never worked. It was red flags. It was extremely difficult things.
So it sounds like exactly what you want.
No, and I need to see that now that those are the low value women.
So
now.
this is what this mindset shit
that
you're talking
like
about.
I gotta see that these are the low value women here. There are a few traditional ones that hold good values, that are going to be good mothers, that are going to give me the things that I want. You know, as a male, I do get what I want too. It's not everything me give. You got to give something to me. You know, and that's the part that I have to understand because I've showed so much weakness in chasing and crying and being like, I love you. That's another thing. You can't cry in front of them. Women are not made to handle masculine problems. When you cry in front of them, they're usually like, they'll pat you on the back and tell you everything's okay, but they're like, dude, this guy's a fucking bitch. And they're going to go on to the next guy who they think is more masculine, whatever, than you. That's instantly, they'll tell you right now, we could call up any one of them and they'd say, oh, we think it's really cute, whatever. That's because they think it's politically correct. They're saying one thing and they would do another. It is not.
And you know what? Hey.
And that's why I think, like, because Miranda has said that to me in a way, like, you know, thinking that I'm a bitch. And it's like, okay, I get it now. Now I see that. Because we're supposed to be masculine individuals. That's what they're chasing. And most women. They want a masculine man who's going to, you know, who's got their shit in line. But I have to add value myself. So that's why going back to school, making your money, work on your body, work on your mental, then work on the females. Well, really, like I said, it's just that we got to learn to play this game the right way. Women aren't going to like it, but we have to at some point put them back
in the. Oh, if you're gonna say it, then fucking say it.
You know, put them back in the place in which they belong because it's destroying the whole dating world as a whole. Like now that men and women are equal, like now men don't mean shit. Now we're nothing. Like now we can't. Now we're never enough. Now nothing is ever enough. And it's like all of these girls that have come on the podcast have not on this one, but on the other one that have said like, you know, yeah, it does kind of ruin the way that relationships used to be. I get that, yes, we are this first generation coming around into the new relationship, but it ain't.
But you're asking why the fuck it's got like
why do we gotta change? Why is it so wrong that a woman is? I mean, they can go to work. Like we're not saying that. But like when you start chasing your own shit and like we want to have a family, we want somebody to take care of them, like we're gonna be there and we're going to provide for you and do all of these things. Like just don't go running around putting a whole bunch of miles on that car because women, this was what I was gonna say. Women are born with value. Women are born with value, so as they go through life, it is their job to preserve it. As a male, we are not born with value. We have to grow up and we have to earn that value. As far as in a relationship, yes, women have to earn their own money, blah, blah, blah. They have to earn it too. But in a relationship, women are born with value. They're already born with that value. They just have to preserve it. Right? But
everyone's value and dollar amount are different. Like, a woman that you sound like you want is not a woman that I feel like I want.
But I think at the same time, I don't think you want somebody who's constantly always challenging you, who's always like, you know, why are you doing this? Well, I'm making more money than you. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they're always trying to like one up you at everything that you're doing.
Right. No, I wouldn't like that. No.
Yeah.
But guess what? Then I mean, I don't know. Yeah. And yes, you're right. I wouldn't like that personally. But the challenging
the challenging ones, I get it. It's fun, but you might as well color this page red and just start waving it because the red flags are flying. And that I mean, I'm super emotional about this because I've been through enough and I've seen it enough through enough selfish individuals and see exactly what we're talking about right now, that we're chasing what I want. I'm keeping you here because that makes me feel good, and I'm going to keep doing this with him because he still offers this value to me. But I'm holding you here, so I'm keeping best of both worlds. Where Sydney challenged it on that she wanted to be up here and nothing lined up. And we overjumped, but had she just tried to work with me and not had to set standards and say, this is who you have to be and blah, blah, blah. No.
You're right. And so that's because then she's trying to change you at that point.
You know, and I'm not trying to change nobody. I'm just saying, like, we gotta come together. Like, we can't have these girls' weekends where we're running out, you know, because what are you doing on those girls' weekends? You know? No, I mean, it's something that I've really spent a lot of time, like a lot of my lunch breaks are spent watching this stuff and trying to learn how to become a little bit better, like, because it made me realize that right now I don't offer any value to. Why would a woman want to date me right now? I'm not very tall. I'm probably a little bit on the obese scale, got a little bit of things to work on. I don't make a whole lot of money. Yes, I have this house, but like, it's very hard for me to provide for myself in Peru. It's already very, very, very hard. So I don't add that value.
Right. What value are you adding? I get that. So why are you dateable, Jordan? Where I'm going is, it's like a lot of this shit where you add value is the shit that you already do. And that's what you need to remember. You're the motherfucking trophy here, right? You're the trophy. And that's what you're trying to put. But it comes, these women, this fucking whatever, and all this come naturally, I think, when you're not even trying them. Because then you're doing the things that you're doing. And so now, all of a sudden, where it becomes difficult is now all of a sudden you find the girl, and then what do you, like, all of a sudden you start doing things and getting out of your realm. So that's where all of a sudden relationships go away. And because almost like maybe if you spend maybe too much time together, or you just don't do the things that made you, and that made them attracted to you. Because now what women want and what men want, it's all attractiveness. How you make them feel, right? And it could be money, it could be fucking looks, it could be, well, you name it. Their drive and attitude, and that's what I think more or less is what it is. If you're fulfilling that need, if you want something, you just gotta fucking do it. Like, that's the craziest thing. It's like when you're not chasing, because now all of a sudden once you're chasing, to me, and I've been that guy many times, fucking whatever. Then you're still the fucking punk.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you've already got one. You're one under.
Yep.
That value of theirs is already higher if you're already chasing them. But if you're doing the things that you're doing, and it piques their interest, then you already know that that's the woman that you would want, because they're interested in something that you like.
Yeah, that's you. I mean, I wrote it right here. You chase, when you're chasing the big three, your mental, your physical, and your finances. When those things are correct, things are gonna work for you.
Well, right, and so I'm glad you're changing.
You know, because like right now, 5'8", 215, not a lot of money. You know, not a lot of people are lining up outside my door for that, and I have to add that value. Though I'm saying, going down the road, to be a father, to be a husband, to do that stuff, I have to have that value. I have to add that value long term. Yes, in our could I get in a relationship and we live in a cardboard box? Sure. Somehow, some way, we got to make it work. But I got to do my end. I got to offer that value. So me sitting here complaining and whining a little bit is on me.
Yes.
And so I get it.
I'm glad you said it, because I was just about to.
And I 100% get it. That's what this has opened my eyes to.
That's what I'm glad. And I'm glad that what this looks like to me, Jordan, is not chasing women. It's working on you.
Chasing a stronger man in myself. That's
bingo, winner. And that's all it takes, Jordan. And I'm glad I hope you stick to that, because these relationships for you, I think, have been a fucking turmoil, and you know what? I've
Gotcha.
been through the same fucking thing,
Yep.
things in a way. You know what I mean? So, and I think many of our viewers or listeners probably
Yep.
have as well.
And again, like this was a great topic. It's something that I think we probably should have added long ago. But again, if you guys watch this specific part, I will.
I want our women to fucking chime in.
put the time frame in of when to watch and when to end. And I would love people to come and comment and say whatever you think. And we'll continue to talk about this because it's something that I'm willing to bet I can get you. I'll get you. I'll get you. I get you.
It's a good, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I want to talk more like that. You know, that was fun.
Yeah, that's a get. I knew it was going to be a get going topic because of Sydney, because of Miranda, because of Emily. And like I said, when I messaged you today, I told somebody today, I was like, I'm straight up name dropping. I'm going all in. I'm calling it out the way it is, the way that I see it now. You liars, you phones,
And
right?
that's hey, I'm dude, fucking speaking as it is, man, and that'll be the best thing.
You know, but some of it 100% was my fault. Now I see the error of my ways. Like I said, crying, chasing, being like, you're the one that I want, showing all this weakness when maybe had I just been like, hey, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna go get me, and then you're gonna want to be a part of it. Then I get to decide.
Right. And now I'm on that track as well. That's where I'm getting back into the gym. I've been fucking starting to fucking come up with ideas for kind of cook some shit, you know.
Yep.
I posted on Facebook hoping that people would want to maybe, if they have a party of some sort, you know, fucking whatever. We can do it cheap. We can start, if we want to have a budget, like I always want to get my name out there and do things that make me again
Yep.
as well, you know.
That's what you got to do. And like I was telling you before we started this thing, and all of these right now, like I watch a lot of these motivational things now, but you almost have to take the leap. Like a lot of these successful people, you got to put yourself in a, like, do or die. Like if you don't, like if you were to quit the state hospital and chase Relish Samhouse, well, that's do or fucking die. Are you going to make it or are you not? And like, that's a little bit extreme, I get. But what other option do you have but to make that business go? You got to start advertising.
Right.
You got to start getting it out. Or you're done. Mortgage is due in 30 days, baby. You know, it's the do or die. Then the drive comes in. Then it's like, well, shit, I got wife, kids at home. I got a mortgage coming. I got my car payment. Like, we got to find a way to make this fucker go. And you would find a way to hopefully make it go.
Yeah.
When you put all your time and effort into something,
Right.
you can make it go. But you got to take that leap. Where I said, like, chasing what I did this year, it's like when I looked at everything that was in front of me, pay, everything, I was like, you know what? Sometimes you got to put yourself in do or die, and that was the apply for school and rock away, because this year has been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and you're doing, and you're not dying.
Doing, not dying. That's the part. And I told the one kid today, I was like, I figured it out this year. I was like, that's the thing that I'm like, no, I didn't do some of those things then, but I figured it out this year that, dude, if you put in some time, like during wrestling season, if you put in that time on the treadmill and you work on your endurance, you won't get that tired. You can keep going. When you find a way to like love it, practices aren't that long anymore. Everything's really cut down and you're loving every minute of it. You just want to be out there wrestling live. You want to go. It changes. Right. Things change because now you're confident. Now you know, hey, I can go out here, I wrestle with anybody. Right. Nobody's going to come out here and absolutely embarrass me.
Right. I'm going to fucking put up a fight.
And then that, what word do I want to use? Like, it makes me more like, all right, like, you know, it brings back that swagger for me. Where it's like, all right, like, I'm in here, I'm working, I'm grinding, you know, but, like, nobody's going to come in here and absolutely embarrass me. Like, now, like, there's challenges, like, and I see them and I got to conquer them. And, yeah, it's a lot of things. That was a big, awesome topic. That is exactly what I wanted that to be.
That's awesome.
that is everything.
Because guess what? We're the best podcasts around.
Best one, hands down, bar none, when we do things like this. I mean,
let's get into sports.
Yeah, I mean,
well, unless you got anything else in this.
Nope, I got nothing else. Nothing else here. We are good up
that's
here.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So we're gonna get into these sports because you were at the women's Final Four, which is pretty. I was pretty surprised to see that actually.
Yep, my buddy Mark called me Wednesday last week and was like, "Hey, I won these tickets through Aflac, the company that I'm working for." Is like I entered in sweepstakes because I sold people so many insurances that I had so many entrances and I won, dude. Almost like courtside seats, front row as you could be, and. I knew UConn. I had heard of this Paige Becker. Me and Brett kind of had a little conversation.
She's from UConn?
No, she was from UConn, but she's from Hopkins. That's where she played, Hopkins, Minnesota. She's an absolute goat. Absolutely beautiful. She is an absolute goat at basketball. Fucking love that girl to death. Really? She doesn't even know who I am. I fell in love with her on Friday night. Even though UConn got absolutely bamboozled.
Time out. Hey, what's her name again?
Paige Becker.
Paige Becker. You ever watch the show? And if anyone here watches this, tag Paige Becker and have her watch this. We got your number one fan here.
Someday.
My friend Jordan Fester would like to take you on a date sometime. If you are available, just give us a shout in the DM. Thank you.
Proceed. UConn proceeded to kind of get embarrassed by USC. But the University of South Carolina,
who won the whole thing.
Yeah, they won the whole thing. They had a couple really good girls on their team. What was her name? Destiny Henderson shot the absolute lights out. I can't think of their big, but she was really good. And she was like voted player of the tournament. Actually very fun. I kind of like what they're doing there. That was fun to watch. Like I enjoyed it. Whatever, probably because Paige Becker was playing, but
for one game.
It's all right. I watch every other game she plays. God, see, that's part of that simping thing I was talking about earlier.
No, it ain't. Because guess what? You hear about the women. We're back on that topic. You hear about the fucking women that fucking hurt the guys. It's like, oh, this guy didn't. He saw I didn't give him the fucking time of day. He tried again. So they do enjoy this, man. They enjoy
a little bit.
Hey, what's her name again? I'm already forgetting.
Paige Becker.
Paige Becker, I guarantee you would be tickled pink.
Oh, I'm sure she'd blush.
You're a gentleman and a fucking scholar. Why would she not?
Oh yeah,
exactly.
No, that game as a whole was very good. Sucks that she lost, but it was fun. It was fun to see Mark again. It was a fun little trip to the cities. We got up there. It was an absolute blizzard on the way home. Then we had the boys on Monday. Kansas won it all. Robert Rasmussen won the
fucking A, dude. I was so hoping, dude. They were look. God, I'm just gonna speak now.
Yep.
Fucking A. Me, Roselle, and Robert were all tied going into this tournament. We had a Jordan.
We had to do a split the money.
Yeah, which is fine. I'd have had $100.
Yeah,
Sonny boy, that'd been an $80 profit. Anyways, me, Roselle, and fucking Robert were all tied on our bracket that we had made through the Jordan Ryan Buddies fucking tournament challenge.
Yep.
I was in first place pretty much the whole fucking time, by the way. And all of a sudden, last game, I'm like, I need Robert to lose, right?
Yep.
And had Kansas would have lost it in the semi.
And
had they lost in the semi, I needed Duke to lose, which they did, and I needed Kansas to lose, and they didn't. But had those two both lost the weekend prior, I'd have won. Kansas fucking snuck their way in.
Because, if Duke would have ended up in the finals and won, A-Town probably would have won the whole thing.
Right. Funny how that works. Anyways, I ended up in there, and fucking Kansas was getting whooped at half.
Yep.
And I text Roselle, and I'm like, we're looking good.
Yep.
He goes, yep. And then he's like, I also got money line on them. Fucking flat 4.5, so they had to lose. And they didn't, so he won on that. Which I lost, so then I was the only loser here. But all of a sudden, fucking Kansas comes back, wins it, and my $100 dreams were shattered. And it was just a matter of one half.
Yep.
And Robert's now walking away.
The winner.
Yeah. Which is good for him, but fucking A. That's sports, though.
Yeah, he'll be around this weekend. It's Robert's birthday this weekend. I'll really quick touch on this. The Wrestling National Championships were that same. They began at the same time, right over my birthday there. That was a lot of great wrestling. Again, if you get a chance, the way ESPN ran it this year with the mat cast and everything, great matches all the way through. I would say the semis were much better than the finals. I think everybody kind of said that. All in all, a great tournament. I was middle of the pack for our picks as the wrestling coaches in a little group that we're in. I did horrible in the Big Tens. I was like dead last. So it was good to do good there because I had lost $400 sports betting on that my birthday week. We didn't say that out loud. Our BBE boys basketball team was in the state finals. We took second to Hayfield, the returning state champs from the year before. We were up 9.5. Things didn't go our way, but the boys played really well. It was really fun to go down there and watch them. We stayed down in a hotel, watched those boys play in the cities.
Nice.
Really good time. Me and Anderson are pretty close. I enjoy talking to him throughout the day, so that was a great accomplishment. Congratulations to BBE basketball and their accomplishments and their seniors, and on to baseball and spring sports for us. But let's get into these Twins.
Dude. I don't know if I'm excited for the Twins or if I'm scared for the Twins.
I ain't scared one bit. This is the most excited Minnesota team, or most excited I am about a Minnesota team this year, is the Minnesota Twins right now. They're making the moves. They're showing.
Can I say why I'm scared quick?
Sure.
Because exactly. Because they're having these fucking high standards now. Well, because of what? What were you gonna say? They're doing what?
Making moves.
Exactly.
They're chasing winning.
And dude, when of our lifetime have we been making moves?
Not a lot, but we haven't won in that time. Really. I mean, the last championship we had was in 91.
Right, but we've always had our expectations for the Twins, have we not?
Yeah, there's been expectations, but we've never made the moves, I don't think, that we've made this offseason to actually try to bring... I get that some of these pitchers are maybe on their tail end, but, we're actually getting some guys who've been there and done it, and I really think these three, not so much Bundy, but Gray, Archer, and Paddock, I do kind of believe in, and I do believe in Joe Ryan, who we brought in last year. I do think that we have a much improved staff. They said Chris Archer was throwing 95 in spring training.
Well, Chris Archer got rocked in his one game in spring training as well.
That's one game.
One game.
2.2
innings pitched, 5 hits.
But his velocity was very high.
So it's all spring training as well. But I was just on that. So, but I'm excited. Dude, I am excited, and I'm more excited than I am scared. All right.
Yep.
But I'm on the verge where it's like, God damn it, dude. I had to get our hopes up. It's like we got to though. Right?
Oh, yeah.
We got to show our love and support, but it's like, fuck. And I will always love the Twins, but it's like, now I expect them to be in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. We're going to win a game this year. We're going to win a
I want us to be, we can end up wild card easily, but it's like, now I almost feel like we need to win a pennant.
We're winning the division.
Well,
it's guaranteed.
We're going to win the division. We need to win we need to go to the series.
So,
why are we signing all these guys if we're not going to a goddamn World Series?
These guys are much improved as to what we've had.
And I'm not saying they won't get it done, but can they?
We'll see. I think they will. I do. I think that something's got to give at some point, and that's where those guys all come in. Dylan Bundy, Sonny Gray, Chris Archer. We gave up a top pick from a year ago. We gave up Taylor Rogers. We gave up Garver. We gave up Donaldson. We gave up what's his name from the Rangers that we traded for. We gave up a lot of people. We gave up Barrios in a way in this trade. We gave up Nelson Cruz in a way in this trade.
So, but the thing is this enough?
I think it might be. I hope so.
Because I'm not convinced that we don't need one more fucking starting pitcher.
We might.
I think we don't like who's our number one. Joe Ryan. Yeah.
Joe Ryan's opening day, so
Exactly.
he's number one. But I think that's because we brought in Sonny Gray late, we brought in Chris Archer late, we brought in Paddock late.
I don't know.
Brought in Bundy maybe was the only other one who had enough time. You're not going to start Bailey Ober. So you go with Joe Ryan and you put him out there, and I think he's going to do a good job tomorrow.
I like Joe Ryan.
I think Joe Ryan's
Don't get me
gonna
wrong,
do a
but
good job.
we're making these moves, signing fucking old boy from the Astros, Correa, right?
Yep.
We gotta make sure we gotta fucking stay in these games. These pitchers better be able to make it fucking 5 innings, 5 or 6. I want 6
I want
innings.
7.
Exactly. You're asking more than I am. And these guys, if they can't do it, then what?
I think Joe Ryan,
We need
opening
to
day,
lose-
if he gets the pitch tomorrow, he gets 5 innings, 5 Ks, 1 run, no walks. That's a pretty mediocre day, but I'll take it from him. That's
You-
my prediction for tomorrow.
You think they'll pull him after 5?
Guaranteed. Rocco ain't letting nobody pitch past 6.
Dude, and that's the problem I have with the Twins, and that's what scares me with the Twins. It's like, dude, will we fuck it up? And I
I will
don't
tell
know.
you it's Rocco Baldelli. That's why we won't win. But
And you know what? And when the last game I went to, the fucking fans were yelling at Rocco Baldelli, super bad, man. And so it's not just Brett that thinks that, and that's why I worry. So it's like, man, I don't know. We already talked about those analytics. It's like, dude, we need to let these guys. We gotta let these are peacocks. We gotta let them fly.
yeah, we gotta just go. So I ask you, with all of this being said, all the moves we've brought in, this is not Vegas's over under. I just saw something earlier today. They have us at 88 wins. I'll give you 85 over under. Do you think we have over or under 85 wins? If it's over or under, tell me how many you think we win. I got us at 90 wins. I got us on the over.
You know, that's funny. I have them pretty spot on to what you saw. I think 88, 87 puts us. So I'm going to go with 88.
Yep, they have us about 2 or 3 games behind
The White Sox. See,
Yep.
now, that's not good enough for me. That's not good enough for me. We need another guy. And what would you be willing to get rid of? So, let's say there's that guy, what's his name from the A's? Fucking Montas or whatever the fuck, right?
Stakis?
No, a pitcher.
Manaya?
Is that?
They traded him already.
No, then it ain't him.
I think they traded Manaya already.
Montas. Maybe it ain't Montas. I got my phone's over there recording. But there's a guy that we're still looking for. He's not their number one. They didn't trade their number one. Guy we've been looking into.
Sean Manaya.
Was that what it is?
Pretty sure.
And that's
You can look up Sean Manaya. Pretty sure that's him. A's. Oakland A's.
let's see here. No.
Matt Fears. Blackburn.
Well, regardless, what I'm saying is we need another guy. And what would you be willing to get? Like, I see a lot of people saying like fucking trading Royce Lewis
No.
for another fucking starting pitcher.
Because you don't trade Royce Lewis unless we make a playoff run and we know that we're keeping Carlos Correa. Because Carlos Correa is
This
also
is the
on
guy
our
I'm
rental.
talking about, Professor Frankie Montas. This is their fucking stud, and
Yeah.
we want him.
Yeah, we ain't getting him now. Right now, we're gonna roll with what
Why
we
couldn't
got.
Why couldn't we get him? We have fucking Correa as our shortstop. Why do we need Royce?
Because
Why do
we're
we need
only
Royce?
renting right now, Carlos.
Dude, we
Correa.
want to win a World Series this year.
Yep. Well, we gotta.
Then fucking let's get it.
Just
Are
wait
we gonna
till
wait 10 years
we
for
might wait
Royce?
until the trade deadline. Right now, I believe in what they're gonna do. So, like, I'm gonna wait and see. We're gonna ride out with what they got. They made a move already on opening day to get Paddock. They made that move this morning, on Thursday morning, April the 7th. I believe is what it is, right? April
Yeah.
the 7th. God, I'm good.
No, I know what you're saying, but that's where I worry. That's where my skepticism comes, because we made some really good moves, man. I like it, and I just worry that it's because my expectations on the Twins were very low this year. Before all these,
they were too.
So it's like you need to, if you're gonna go from a very low expectations to a very high expectation, you better have them high expectations better meet them expectations. You can't just act like you're gonna walk the walk and all of a sudden play like you're gonna. Because we won 100 and some games one year, and the next year we were ass. And it's like we had the highest expectations. We had a very similar team.
Some people picked us to win the World Series.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm glad we weren't picked to win the fucking
series.
Do that or even our division. Because guess what? That hopefully puts the fire under them. And I hope that it works. But I'm just not 100%. I'm not convinced it because my standards are so low.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for them though. God, I hope I'm wrong.
I'm ready for tomorrow.
I don't even think I'm wrong, but I'm just saying I hope that they rise to the occasion.
I want to see what tomorrow's weather looks like. See if the Twins will be playing tomorrow.
Well, the weather tomorrow. Well, what else we got here? The Vikings.
At the Vikings, I don't have too much on them. I ain't too high on those losers.
Yeah, you're still pissed because we've got Kirk.
Because we got Kirk Cousins, and they keep not signing any offensive linemen that mean a damn, and it's extremely bothersome.
Well, we're putting some competition out there on the field.
Yeah, because we need corners, we need linemen,
Well, we signed one from Green Bay.
That guy's a noob. We don't know how good he's going to be yet.
Well, we don't know how bad he's going to be yet.
And we re-signed Patrick Peterson, but he wasn't all that good last year.
But he wasn't terrible neither, and he played when he was
injured.
He played when he could.
Yeah, we signed that offensive lineman. He's league average.
Jesse David, no. You're talking about the guy from the Colts, Chris Reed.
Chris Reed, the center.
2-year deal.
2-year deal.
Then we also just got a guy from Miami, Jesse Davis, 1-year deal.
Yeah, if they're on 1-year deals, they're turds.
3-year deal with Zedarius, 1-year deal with a Denver Broncos lineman, Austin Schlottman.
I always just say Schottleman.
Schottleman. That ain't right. Schlottman.
Schulten.
We have agreed with the Rams tight end Johnny Munt.
Mutt, I think.
Munt. He's a mutt. We got Jordan Hicks, linebacker. Linebacker from the Cardinals.
He's a stud.
Exactly. Buffalo Bills, a defensive tackle, Harrison Phillips.
Yeah, I mean they've made a few moves. We'll see.
And so you I almost got like good expectations with the Vikings, and you got to say like me and you are opposite on the Twins and Vikings right now, which is kind of funny. My expectations aren't as bad. Like your Vikings expectations are worse than my Twins expectations because I have high hopes for the Twins. I'm just not getting my hopes.
I don't have any hopes for the Minnesota Vikings this year.
I think we're gonna be all right.
I'm sure that we'll win a Super Bowl, but because of the fact
I'm sure we're gonna win a World Series.
Because I'm fucking been talking this much shit, they'll go and win it now. But
good, I hope so.
I mean, I ain't got nothing else to talk about them right now.
We need to get some guests on.
Get some guests. We gonna have the Riley pod here at some point.
Yeah, we should do that soon. I don't know exactly when. I know got a couple people that are definitely interested in being on. I think we just need to set a date.
Yep, set a date. If you're interested in that, please reach out to us. We'll tell you kind of what our plans are for that. And,
we'll be just probably here chilling, and reminiscing. Share some stories, We'll probably end up talking about,
Yep, just some good things. We'll have maybe a few beers and just sit here and chill and talk. So,
other than that, I think it's been a good one, man.
Been a good one.
I hope you guys liked and appreciated it. I hope you share it.
Share it around. The Beast is ready to blow through the door over there, so I guess we're going to let him in. Yeah.